Friends, now we discuss communication skills are key to success. In the world, there are so many countries, maybe 188, 200, n number of countries are there in the world. India is one among them. This YouTube lecture is for the world, not just for India. Today, for the job seekers, for the employees, for the people at large, what is required? Communication skills required. There are 32 communication skills. One among them is communication skill. Among all the 32 soft skills, the important soft skill which is like food for the human being is communication skill. If you don't have communication skills, you don't be successful in life. These communication skills are also called the LSRW skills. Listening, speaking, reading, writing skills. Among these 4 communication skills, LSRW, the important communication skill is speaking skill. Unless you speak, no use at all. You have 98% marks in your certificate, but you don't open your mouth. You don't have the speaking skill. What is the use? No use at all. That 98% mark sheet will take you to interview level. From interview level and job performance, you need to have soft skill. Among 32 soft skills, the important soft skill is communication skills. The communication skills also, the very important one is speaking skill. Unless you speak, it won't happen. So now what I say, communication skills are key to success. For your success, communication skills are required. Okay. Written communication skills are for technical writing and content writing. Written communication skills are for technical writing and content writing. For technical writing or content writing, written communication skills required. Speech therapy required for oral communication skills. For speaking, what is required? Speech therapy, speech treatment, speech therapy required. For oral communication skills, for speaking skills. In 21st century, you should be conscious about your communication style and appearance. We are living in 21st century now. In 21st century, your appearance, your communication skill is very important. Your communication style is bad, you will never be successful. Your appearance is bad, you are not successful. Your appearance, your look, your presence, how you look like, and your communication style will take you to greater heights. Communication is a part and parcel of everyone's life. Everyone. If he is a human being in the world, he needs to have communication. Why communication required? 18th century was dedicated to novelist. 19th century was dedicated to journalist. 20th century was dedicated to teacher. 21st century is dedicated to communicator. One who best communicates is the best communicator. For example, what is the use of communication? Let us know. Use of communication. Use of communication can kick you to top slot. For example, there is a person by name Narendra Modi. Narendra Modi, has he got any financial backing, financial support? Is he a rich man? Is he a tall personality? 6 feet, 7 feet? Medium built up man. He became the prime minister of a country. He is the present Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi. How he is successful? Because of his tongue, his speaking skill. Only speaking skill took him to the top slot in the country, top post in the country. That is the power of communication. That is why in 21st century, people should have speaking skills. If you have speaking skill, you will be rated number 1. Communication is part and parcel of everyone's life. Everyone should have communication. Effective communication involves the all-round development of human being. Effective communication involves the all-round development of human being. Not just communication. I am speaking of effective communication. If you speak effectively, then you are the effective communicator. That is why effective communication required, not just ordinary communication. For example, how to use the words. Words are like swords. Words are like knives. Words are like swords. Then how effectively you use the word? For communication, the basic unit is word only. So, how effectively you have to use, I tell you. If you introduce your father to your principal, sir, he is my dad. That means you are insulting your father there. Dad is the word for domestic use. At home, you can say dad. When introducing your father to somebody, proudly you have to introduce like this. Principal sir, he is my father. That is respect. He is my dad. He is my daddy. They are domestic words. That means appropriate word at the appropriate place you need to employ. You need to use. Then only your communication is effective. Got it? In place of father, don't use dad. Okay. In place of mother, don't use mummy, mom, mama. Don't use. That means appropriate word at the appropriate place you need to use. Right word at the right place you need to use. That is what effective communication is. Communication skills are for career success, social and interpersonal improvement. Why communication skills required? Why? Communication skills are very, very, very important and they are sine qua non in every human being's life. Why? They are required. Communication skills are required for career success. If you are doing a job, any business, any career you take up, for career success, communication skills are required. For social and interpersonal improvement. For social and interpersonal improvement, communication skills required. Why social? Why interpersonal? When you are speaking to people, when you are speaking to a friend, if your communication, if your speaking is impressive, then he will get attracted to you. He will never lose your friendship. He never cut your friendship. He wants to still develop your friendship. The reason is your effective communication style. Interpersonal communication is effective. And in the people, see, when one person is coming, we all say, oh, that man coming, that man coming, that man coming. For example, megastar Chiranjeevi is coming. Power star Pawan Kalyan is coming. Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister of India, is coming. So big man coming. That means in that locality, people assemble. Why? Because of his communication style in social relations. All politicians speak well. Why? Because they want to attract the people. That is why communication skills, not only for career success, for social success and interpersonal success, communication skills are required. Among the 4 communication skills, one skill, that is speaking skill, is sine qua non, essential. a must. Without speaking skill, no one is possible to be successful in life. I will tell you one message now. See how this beautiful message. A nation where pizza reaches home faster than ambulance. Pizza reaches home faster than ambulance and police. Pizza reaches faster than police, faster than ambulance. Where you get a car loan at 8%. In a nation, you get a car loan at 8%, but education loan at 12%. Car loan at 8%, education loan at 12%. Where 1 kg onion is 50 rupees, but SIM card is free. Where people worship goddess Durga, but kill girl child in the womb. Where Olympic shooter wins gold, government gives 3 crore rupees. Another shooter dies fighting with a terrorist, government pays 1 lakh ex gratia. Really incredible India. Do you feel, is it a fact? All of you, not one, all of you, not even 0%, all of you will say yes to this. The reason is, a nation where pizza reaches home faster than ambulance and police, where you get a car loan at 8%, but education loan at 12%, where 1 kg onion is 50 rupees, but the SIM card is free, where people worship goddess Durga, they worship goddess Durga, but kill girl child in the womb, where Olympic shooter wins gold, government gives 3 crores, another shooter dies fighting with a terrorist in the border area, government pays him 1 lakh ex gratia. Really incredible India. What we call incredible India. This is this nation. Do you agree with this fact? Yes, you need to agree, because this is the fact. In between my lectures, I will be giving you some SMSs. I will be giving you some SMSs, messages, anecdotes, jokes. Okay? Coming to the topic, man is a zoon fanata. Man means human being. Man is a zoon fanata. Zoon fanata means, see, language animal besides being a social animal. Man is a zoon fanata. Zoon fanata means language animal and also social animal. Language animal and also social animal. That is why human being, man, is called zoon fanata. Communication may take linguistic or non-linguistic form. Communication may be either verbal, non-verbal, either linguistic form or non-linguistic form. What is linguistic form? Using words, speaking, that is linguistic form. What is non-linguistic form? Non-linguistic form is without words. Just with the signs. That is non-linguistic. No words from mouth. So, communication may take linguistic form or non-linguistic form. You are both verbal communication and non-verbal communication, linguistic communication and non-linguistic communication should be effective. Then only you will be a bullet. You will be a bullet. You can be shot anywhere. Shot in the sense you can be used anywhere. You can be slipped to a next level position. That is why communication is paramount in human being's life. Employers look for communicators when hiring staff. You have BTech qualification. Other people also have BTech qualification. You have right to communication, both verbal, non-verbal, both linguistic, non-linguistic. You have the degree, BTech you have good communication, you will be hired first, next the other people. That is why employers, when recruiting, when taking people, when hiring staff, they go for people with basic qualification, that is BTech or MTech, whatever degree, plus communication ability. If you have communicative ability, you will be recruited, you will be taken for the job. That is the power of communication in 21st century. For example, my friend Duriki Mohan Rao is there. He has 2 daughters. His daughters are doing well. Marks are good. 80%, 90% they are getting. But what they need, apart from 80%, 90%, apart from their degree, apart from their domain knowledge, subject knowledge, what they need, communication skills required, both verbally and non-verbally, both linguistic and non-linguistic. If they are good at communication skills, they add fuel. Communication skills add fuel in their careers. That is why not just marks, not just a certificate, not just degree. Apart from hard skills, domain knowledge, subject knowledge, technical knowledge, the people need communication skills, both verbally and non-verbally, both linguistically and non-linguistically. Okay? So, verbal behavior is words. Non-verbal behavior is body language. How we? Some sign that is. Some sign it is. Some sign it is. So that means that has the value, that carries a meaning. So people go for both tongue language, mouth language and also body language. Both required for good communicator. Effective communication skills result in better relationships between your family, friends and others. If you have effective communication skills, you will be good with your family, with your friends, with people at large. Effective communication skills. That means hung by tongue. Hung by tongue. You are hung by tongue. That is why tongue that makes the difference. In the human beings, many parts people say, but the tongue is there, no? That tongue, if you properly twist, if tongue is twisted properly, talked properly, you will be effective. That is why communication skills required. Some people suffer from stammer. Stammer. Even those people also can communicate. They have to minimize words and they have to resort to the non-verbal communication. Most. Then the people suffering from stammer also will be successful in life. Minimum words, maximum behavior, maximum non-verbal behavior. Okay. With good communication skills, you can make equilibrium between your personal and professional life to achieve desired success. Everyone wants success here. There are no losers in this world. One University of London Vice Chancellor says, Professor Quirk, he says, in this world there are no losers. All are winners, provided if they use their talents perfectly. Everyone has the talent. You may use it or disuse it, misuse it. That depends on you. That is why with the effective communication skills, what will happen? There will be equilibrium, balance. Equilibrium is balance between your personal life and professional life. Professional life is job life, personal life is with your family, friends and all. There will be balance, equilibrium between professional life and personal life. You please make a note of it. Please bear in mind. Very important lecture I am giving you. Please bear in mind. Now I give you one message. Life, life. Let us expand life. What is L? What is I? Let us expand. Life is, L stands for love. I stands for incidents. F stands for friends. E stands for emotions. That is life. See, if F misses in life, that becomes lie. If F misses in life, that becomes lie. If F is not used in life, then that becomes lie. That means friend is very important in life. Got it? So, love, instance, friends, emotions, that is life. If life becomes, if F not used, that becomes lie. That is the message I wanted to give. I am using some messages, anecdotes, jokes, stories in between my lecture, because constantly human brain receives anything only 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, brain goes elsewhere. Only body will be here. To put back, to bring back, the brain went outside after 20 minutes of listening. You need to use one anecdote, joke, pittakatha, story. Then the brain comes back to the body. Because I told you, there are only two parts in the human being. One is the brain, the other one is the body. Be square. Both brain and body are to be put in geared condition, in good condition. Non-verbal communication deals with facial expressions and body motions. No words required. No words for non-verbal communication. Verbal communication, which is also called lingual communication or linguistic communication. Now, verbal communication, also called linguistic communication. Lingual communication, it deals with oral and for written communication words required. For speaking words required, for writing also words required. That is verbal communication. That is the difference between non-verbal communication and verbal communication. You must be good at both. Why? Sometimes you speak, sometimes you give signs. Okay, that means some indication is there. That is non-verbal communication. Verbal communication is with words. Symbolic communication deals with representing certain idea we have in place. Symbolic communication, using the symbols. That is symbolic communication. Using body parts, that is non-verbal communication. Using mouth, speaking, that is verbal communication. Symbolic communication deals with representing certain idea we have in place. For example, American flag is a symbol that represents freedom for Americans themselves and evil for some other countries. It is symbolic communication. American flag is there. That is good for them. For some other countries, it is evil, bad. That is called symbolic communication. Effective communication enlarges your social networking and makes balance in every aspect of your life. Effective communication enlarges your social networking and makes balance in every aspect of life. That is why effective communication required for people. Now, I'll give a small message. Time spent in laughing is time spent with God. Go on laughing. No need to go to doctor. Laugh is the only final therapy, final treatment for human beings. So laughing means that time you are spending with God. We are going to temple, we are going here and there. Laughing means time spending in laughing is time spent with God. That you need to understand. Good message it is. Coming to the topic, it is not what you buy, but it is the way what you say. What you buy is not important. What you say is important. It is vital in communication. What you buy is not important. What you say is important. Saying is vital in communication. In communication, body language is 55%. Body language. body language, 55%. Then tone, 38%. Voice, 38%. Words, 7%. How much percent is given to words? 7%. Okay? 7% to words, 38% to tone, that's voice, 55% to non-verbal behavior. That means body language. See how the communication is? That means small percentage of impression stems from purely verbal communication. Small percentage comes from verbal communication. That means the words, verbal communication with words. The communication is shown in this paragraph, small paragraph. 55% body language, 38% tone or voice, 7% words. In intrapersonal communication involves internal processing of messages. Communication, when you speak of intrapersonal communication, that is within communication, within you, that is understood by you only. Intrapersonal communication means within communication. Intrapersonal communication. The second one is interpersonal communication. Hello, Mr. Mohan Rao, how are you? We are not seen for a long time. What happened? Where did you go? Speaking to a person. That is interpersonal communication. One person speaking to a group. The fourth one is mass communication. Mass communication means you need to speak to people who are not here using mass medium, radio, TV, film, newspaper. That is mass communication. Communication to the masses at one time. You are speaking now. People sitting in London, in Washington, in New Delhi, in other places, they are listening right now. Real image, real matter going. That is mass communication. Okay? Verbal communication encompasses the use of both spoken and written language to achieve message goal. Why verbal communication? Verbal communication, it encompasses, it takes the use of both spoken and written language. Both spoken and written language to achieve the message goal. The message goal is to be achieved. For that, both words for speaking, words for writing are required. 21st century is dedicated to communicators. I already told you. 21st century is dedicated to communicators. Okay? 18th century to novelist, 19th century to journalist, 20th century to teacher, 21st century to communicator, dedicated. Let us see friend. Abbreviation. What is the friend? First relation in earth never dies. Friend means what? F, first, R, relation, I, in, E, earth, N, never, D, dies. Friend means first relation will never die. That's what. If you expand, if you take friend as an acronym, abbreviation, so F is what? I is what? R is what? If you expand, no? First relation in earth never dies. That is what friend is. Non-verbal communication includes use of pictures, signs, gestures, and facial expressions for exchanging between persons. Okay? So next is business communication. Business communication involves exchange of information between all the stakeholders of an organization to accomplish organizational goals. Business communication is used in business. In business, there will be organization, the owner, the employer, the stakeholders, the employees, they're all there. If the business communication is right between all these people, among all these people, then business communication is successful. The organization is successful. If business communication is right, there is no misconception among all these people, then organizational goals can be achieved. For example, I give you one best example. There is one organization called RUSA in state governments. This is a scheme run by the central government. RUSA means Rashtriya Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan. So this is higher education improvement scheme. For example, Andhra Pradesh RUSA arranged one meeting on 6th September 2018 with the stakeholders. Then from then RUSA is developing leaps and bounds. That means business communication is worked out very well there. Then public communication refers to public speaking to a group audience to say about new program or product launch. When you go for new program or when you go for new product launch, public communication required. For example, you take any company, Chandana Brothers, RS Brothers, any company you take, what they do before launching a product, new product, what they do, so 20-30 people, they stand on the road, we do this, that means to know public what they are going to launch. That is public communication. Communication giving to public. For example, full page advertisement in the newspaper. That is public communication. One electric new car is coming in the market. Then company gives one full page ad in Deccan Chronicle, in Hindu, Inadu, in newspapers. Then that is public communication. So public communication serves if public came to know that you have done something. Communication is an essential component of the educational enterprise. So in educational enterprise also, in colleges, universities also, in educational institutions also, communication plays a pivotal role, very important role that you need to understand. Next, let us see one message. See, very important message, very important message. When we are in anger, we are just a letter short of danger. When we are in anger, we are just one letter short of danger. While we are good to others, we are just one letter more than God. That means when you are in anger, that means you are in danger. Just one letter short for danger. When you are good to others, then you are more than God. Always be good to people. Communication is vital to the development of the whole person, complete person. For complete person development, communication required. It is a vital tool. It is vital for human development. Lack of communication skills has a negative impact on the personal as well as professional life of a person. Lack of communication. If you don't have communication skill, speaking ability, that means you have a negative impact on the personal as well as professional life. Personal life, professional life will get impacted if you have lack of communication, if you don't have communication, if you can't pronounce, if you can't utter. Communication is vital to society and for cross-cultural boundaries. Communication is vital to society. In the society, for example, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he attracted people through his communication only. It is vital to society. Society will have the votes. The votes are grabbed by the Prime Minister. How? Because of effective communication. And communication also for cross-cultural boundaries. If you want to speak to Americans, Britishers, Londoners, Chinese, Germans, Japanese people, then you need to use communication. So communication is useful for cross-cultural boundaries. Communication is vital to career success and business enterprise. I already told you, communication is success. Communication is success. How it is success? It is vital to career success. In your job, you will be successful if you have communication. And business enterprise, if you have communication, your business enterprise will develop. That is what power of communication. That means word of mouth. Communication is word of mouth. Word coming from your mouth. That is communication. Communication skills help students to get a desired job. The job desired by you, you will get it provided you have communication skills. Speaking skills. 4 skills are there. Listening skills, speaking skills, reading skills, writing skills. But one skill important for getting a desired job is speaking skill, which is a communication skill. Oral communication skills are desired by employers. The person who is going to take you to his company, what he is expecting, that employer, what he is expecting? He is expecting oral communication skills from you. Oral communication skills from you. Communication increases upward mobility in your career. If you have career, if you have communication, you will have upward movement in your career if you have communication. So, communication skills very need now in this world for career success. I'll give you one message now. One tree makes 1 lakh matchsticks. One tree makes 1 lakh matchsticks. But one matchstick can burn 1 lakh trees. Matchstick from tree only. Okay, 1 lakh, one tree makes 1 lakh matchsticks. But one matchstick can burn 1 lakh trees. What is the moral here? One negative thought can burn all your positive thoughts. That is why people should not have negative thoughts in life. Always positive. I am going to direct a film. Yes, I am going to. That will be successful. That will be a blockbuster. Yes, that is a blockbuster. If you feel like that only, you will get the film. You will direct. Then it becomes blockbuster. Got it? That means, if you say negative, who will give me film? Who will trust me? That means you will be the negative idea only. So, go always for the positive thoughts. One negative idea can kill, can burn all positive thoughts. That is why no negative idea please in life. This is what this message says. Coming to the topic, focus every ounce of your energy for improving your communication skills. Every ounce of your energy, let it focus on improving communication skills. Nuts and bolts of communication in relationships. In relationships, what are the nuts and bolts? What are the important ones we have to follow in relationships? Number 1, take the initiative yourself. Your friend is not calling you for a long time. Why don't you take a phone and call him first? Take the initiative yourself. Don't wait for your best friend to call after a long break. You don't wait. You take the initiative to call him and start the conversation. First you take the initiative, call him and start the conversation. A person with good communication skills is always the first to start conversation. See how it is. The person who has best communication skills, he is the person first he has to initiate and talk. Then that will be fruitful in communication. Second one, maintaining good relationships with relatives is a way to healthy lifestyle. Maintain good relationships to your relatives. That's a healthy way to improve relationships. Healthy lifestyle will have. Good relationship can be maintained by having healthy communication with our near and dear ones. With our near and dear ones, you need to speak very politely, in the sense very nicely, so that your relationships can be bonded, can be cemented. Communication remains at the heart of every successful enterprise. Communication remains heart for any successful enterprise. If my company develops today, if his company develops today, that means because of the communication skills we employed during all those years before development of that company, that enterprise. Technical qualifications are more or less same to all candidates. Technical qualifications, BTech same to all, MTech same to all, MBBS same to all, technical qualifications same to all, but only communication skills create a positive impact when a person goes for a job interview. 100 people went for the job interview. Qualification is only one qualification, BTech or BA, BSc, whatever. But person who has soft skills, communication skills, he only will be successful at the job interview. Talking personally, speaking personally can do that. So that impacts at the interviews. Your communication style, your communication still impacts at the job interview. Let us see one anecdote. It is in Telugu language, but may not be known to all people. It's in Telugu language. Still, I try. People who understand Telugu, they can, but people who don't understand Telugu, they can't understand this message. Still, I am giving here. Even at least Telugu people can make out it. జననం ఒక సుప్రభాతం, మరణం ఒక సంధ్యాగీతం, అందులో నీ స్నేహం ఒక అమృత కావ్యం. People who understand Telugu, they enjoyed this message. Okay, now coming to the next point. 5. You can't climb up the corporate ladder without communication skills. Corporate ladder is there. Corporate ladder means from assistant manager to deputy manager to joint manager to manager, then AGM, DGM, GM, corporate ladder. In the corporate ladder, if you don't have communication skills, you joined as assistant manager, you will remain as assistant manager. For communication ladder, corporate ladder, you need effective communication skills. 6th one, promotions come to those who can communicate effectively. The people who can communicate effectively, promotions only will come to them. 7. Communication skills have become the vital need for success. Communication skills, they are vital need for success. Number 8. Communication is obvious. Communication is obvious in all professions, generally in teaching, business law, sales, counseling and broadcasting. Communication is very important in all, it's obvious in all professions, especially in teaching, business, law, sales, counseling and broadcasting. In communication, speaking and listening are central. How you can communicate effectively? If you speak to other people, then only. If you listen to other people, then only. So by listening, you will have good speaking skills. That please try to understand. Characteristics in job seekers, employees expect. What employees expect in the job seekers? Oral communication skills, motivational skills, initiative skills, teamwork skills, ability to get along with others, interpersonal skills, analytical skills, leadership skills, computer skills and proficiency in field of study. These are required for a job. That means job givers, employers are looking these skills in the job seekers, in the persons who are seeking for jobs. So I am giving you one anecdote here between Hari and Giri, two people. Hari says, my wife died yesterday. I am trying to cry, but tears are not coming. Okay, then Giri, what he said, just imagine she has come back. They will come automatically. Okay, so my wife died, no tears coming. Hari said, Giri said, just imagine she come back. She came back. Then automatically the tears come. See how it is. This is the way how people are treating the wives. Coming to the topic, Effective communication skills enable a person to understand the mindset of others and grasp the situation easily. Any situation you can grasp easily, and you can understand any situation easily. Situation, how you will understand if you have right communication skills. I am giving you something now. Do the following ones for developing your communication skills. For developing communication skills, what you have to do? Number one, think clearly. Number two, improve appearance. Number three, improve voice. Number four, strengthen emotions. Number five, improve concentration. Number six, deepen your interest. Okay. So if you do that, you can improve your communication skills. So the above inputs I have already given you will make you, the inputs I have already given you will make your communication skills from good to effective. Not just good communication skills. You need from good to effective communication skills. From good communication skills to effective communication skills. Then only all people in the world will be successful. Not only in Andhra Pradesh, not only in Telangana, not only in India. Across the world, people get benefited if they sharpen their communication skills from good to effective. Bacon puts it, Francis Bacon, father of English essay. He says, reading makes a full man, writing makes an exact man, speaking makes a ready man. I add, listening makes a perfect man. I added. Bacon didn't say that time. Bacon said in a book of studies. Bacon wrote a book called Of Studies. In that book, Bacon said, reading makes a full man, writing makes an exact man, speaking makes a ready man. I add now, that time he didn't write in that book. I'm adding now, listening makes a perfect man. First rule for success is trust your brain. Second one is trust yourself. Third rule for success is trust Konapredi Hariprasad. You become a winner in life. Thank you. Carpe diem.